The Young and the Restless spoilers Wednesday, September 25. Cameron's final sinister push, Phyllis' bold move, Cameron's new reality, Sharon dreams Daniel's fate, Sharon's Bane plot, Cameron offers lower messy way to get rid of Daniel. Greetings to all Young and the Restless fans. Don't forget to subscribe for the latest updates. The Young and the Restless spoilers for Wednesday, September 25, reveal that Sharon will sink further to the Minotaur side with Cameron Kirsten brooding in her observance. It looks like Cameron will push Sharon past the point of no return and move her to Bane the whiskey as planned. Still, she wouldn't be suitable to control who actually consumes what's in the bottle if Sharon goes through with this. Sharon is counting on Daniel Romalotti Jr. drinking that whiskey, but what if someone differently gulps it down and becomes an unintentional victim? It was mentioned that Heather Stevens doesn't like whiskey, so she might be safe. Lucy Romalotti, on the other hand, has come quite the toper recently and could fluently steal some whiskey from Daniel's press next. Indeed, Phyllis Summers and Summer Newman could be at threat if they join Daniel for a nightcap back at his place. Whatever the case, Sharon is putatively on the verge of doing commodity that could pose a trouble to further than just Daniel. This plot may helical out of control. So stick with us for further prognostications on the twists and turns ahead. In the meantime, Nick Newman and Maria Copeland will have a strategy session as they grow decreasingly concerned about Sharon. Maria and Nick will put their heads together, so they'll nail down a plan to help Sharon before effects get out of hand. Unfortunately, it's formerly too late considering Sharon is in the middle of a break heft and Bane plot. Next on Wednesday's Young and the Restless occasion, Phyllis will take matters into her own hands. Will that involve a bold move to help Billy Abbott, or could this tie in with Sharon's story rather? The show released a snap of Sharon looking panicked while holding an empty whiskey bottle, so she might return to the extension with alternate studies at some point this week. Sharon might find the whiskey gone and realize there's no undoing her conduct. Does that mean Lucy will guzzle it, or could Phyllis catch her and pour it out before she can? Anyhow, Phyllis will take charge of a situation, so we'll bring you updates on any big news and whether it'll be related to Sharon's scheme. The Young and the Restless spoilers say Sharon will have a major spin-out no matter how it all goes down, so stay tuned. The Young and the Restless spoilers update for Tuesday, September 24, reveals that Sharon Newman will have a hard time sleeping due to the awful dreams that foray her mind. Sharon will be unsettled once she awakens and tells Cameron Kirsten about these agonies she's been having. After Sharon admits she saw Daniel Romalotti Jr. bleeding, Cameron will suppose she has to make that dream come true. Sharon may repel the idea at first, but Cameron will tutor her about what Daniel deserves and what's going to make her feel more. As far as Cameron is concerned, Sharon has to produce a new reality for herself by wiping Daniel off the chart. Cameron will remind Sharon of how angry she's been with Daniel and prompt her to put that rage to good use. Despite Sharon's moping worries, Cameron will keep acting like burying Daniel is the first step toward letting Cassie Newman go and reuniting with Nick Newman. Other Young and the Restless spoilers say Daniel and Heather Stevens will do some significant planning. Although Daniel preliminarily was against Heather's proposition about moving down, it seems he'll start to see the cons on Tuesday's show. Lucy Romalotti has been all kinds of problematic recently, so a change of decor might be good for her. Geno City also comes with a lot of delicate recollections for Daniel due to what happened to Cassie and all this disunion with Sharon. Although Sharon said all the right effects in her last hassle with Daniel, he still got the feeling that she abominated his guts. Daniel may still have some enterprises about the possibility that Sharon will go off the rails and do commodity to harm his family. Plus, Daniel and Heather's savings are drying up since they've been out of work for so long. There are plenitude of good reasons to chase a fresh launch away, so it looks like that's what Heather and Daniel will decide to do. Alas, Daniel and Heather's plan to plant roots in another megacity may not diss out thanks to Sharon, who's close to her breaking point when it comes to Cameron's pressure. Sharon will prepare to make her final move against Daniel soon enough. Until also, Nick will determine that he has to take the lead on chancing Sharon. With help from Mariah Copeland and Tessa Porter, Nick will pound over where Sharon might have gone to be alone. At some point, Nick will ask Daniel for word since he was the last person to see Sharon before she bailed on GC. Once Daniel gets updates on Sharon's evaporating act, that news will worry him too. The Young and the Restless spoilers say Nick will be hopeless for any indication he can uncover, so stick with us for prognostications on what he'll find out. The Young and the Restless spoilers reveal that the week of September 23 to 27 will be a big bone for Sharon Newman, so let's talk about Cameron Kirsten and his sweats to push Sharon past the point of no return. On September 24, Sharon will horrify over her agonies of injuring Daniel, so she'll entrust them to Cameron. The sight of Daniel bleeding in those dreams will unhinge Sharon, but Cameron will suppose she needs to make it be for real. Cameron may contend that Sharon didn't vacillate to injure him when her reverse was against the wall and point to his own bloody shirt as evidence. Although this interpretation of Cameron is just an incarnation, he may argue that what Sharon did to the real Cameron proved she's got what it takes. Indeed so, Sharon may remain doubtful about taking effects that far now. It was one thing to handle Cameron that way when Faith Newman's life was on the line, but Sharon may struggle to do commodity like that to Daniel. Still, Sharon will face a turning point in the September 25 occasion. That'll be when Cameron convinces Sharon to explore a further minatory side of herself, maybe with the help of some concession tactics. Still, Cameron might point out there are other options if Sharon is too freaked out by the bloody Daniel dream. Perhaps Cameron will decide it'll be easier for Sharon to deny guilt and avoid getting caught if she chooses a less messy approach anyway. Young and the Restless released a new print of Sharon holding a bottle of what could be Bane as Cameron tries to explain everything. Of course, it could be commodity like chloroform rather, but it's inversely possible Cameron will push Sharon to just give Daniel commodity murderous and be done with it. Whatever the case, Cameron will eventually move Sharon that going after vengeance is the only choice, so an exigency is brewing on September 26. That'll figure to Sharon Case's 30th anniversary occasion on September 27, so suckers will indeed see plenitude of Sharon Marvels this week as we make to a wild climax. The Young and the Restless spoilers say Cameron will take Sharon to some terrible places, so stick with us for updates on all the chaos and prognostications on the disturbing news to come. Thanks for watching these videos. Please hit the subscribe button for more updated news.